Hi guys, it's Monica. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I appreciate you all for being here. I apologize for not being on camera. I did mean to film an intro and an outro, but just been feeling a little under the weather. But in today's video, we're going to be trying this DTF transfer film kit. It has 5 different DTF films, and we're going to be testing that out. So if you're interested, stick around, and that's coming up next. Okay guys, so here we are once again trying these Sublimation DTF film. This is a kit that has 5 different types of film. I bought this maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and instead of going all out and using 5 different shirts, I'm using a remnant of a shirt that I messed up quite a while back, and I've just had it sitting there just to test it. So I'm going to do a little piece of each one. Obviously, I'm going to have to print it out on the whole page, but I'm just going to do a little corner, the same exact image on every one of these. So the different films here is glitter, glow in the dark, holographic, gold, and chameleon. Now I took it out of the packaging and just left it just like this so we'll know what we're dealing with. So here is the glitter. And it does have just a hint of glitter. You can see that on there. You have the glow in the dark. You have the holographic, which you can't really see much now, but okay. Then there's the gold and the chameleon. So I am excited. I'm not going to mess with these. I'm going to leave them just like this for now. Okay, so I was looking at the directions, and I do always write on the front of the page so I don't have to keep flipping the page over. But it does talk a little bit about the glow in the dark, the gold, and the holographic. So here it just says for the glow in the dark, it says to choose images with a larger white portion whenever possible, as the glow is most prominent on white areas. Additionally, this film needs to absorb as much light as possible before it can become brighter and more noticeable in the dark. For the gold, it says it is suitable for solid color images or text, and it produces a very attractive golden pattern whenever printed. And the holographic, it requires light to reveal its special effects, but trust us, once you observe the effects, it will be a memorable experience. The easiest way to see the effects is to record a video using the flashlight mode on your phone. Alternatively, you can view it from a distance in a place with less bright light. This film is best for photography, as using the flash will make it sparkle and transform it. Okay, now it says here, after I print it and do the DTF powder and all those things, it says to set it for 266 to 302 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 seconds. And I believe this is a cold peel. Yes, it is washable, strong ink adhesion, vibrant colors. So we are going to go ahead and print everything out first. Then I'm going to go ahead and cure it on my griddle. I'm not going to put that on film. I'm just going to show printing each of the images on each of the different films and loading my printer. Once everything has been cured, I will come back on camera so we can test out our little, and this is a 100% Gildan shirt. Again, it's a remnant. I'm probably going to do each design about 3 inches big just for testing purposes. And then we will come back to do the pressing, okay? So stay tuned, guys. Let's get everything printed. All right, guys, here I am in my open office drawer, and I've selected 2 images here that I'm going to use for my printing testing. I'm going to use this one with the white flowers on the holographic and on the glow in the dark. The other 3, I'm going to use this image. Now, I did create these images on Bing AI image creator, and I can do another video about that if you guys are interested. But I went ahead and resized these to 3 inches. Again, we're just testing these out. I'm not putting this on a t-shirt or anything. I just want to test out all the different films that are in this kit. So I have this at 3 inches. So is this one. Now we're going to go ahead and hit print, and we're going to use my Epson 2720, my small printer. Now I have this DTF, but I'm going to change this here to plain paper bright white, standard color. I'm going to take off the high speed and keep the mirror image on here. And then I'm going to go to my extended settings under my maintenance, and I'm going to do this at a print density of, I'm going to do a -5 and hit OK. Hit OK. And then I do want to see a print preview just to make sure that I have everything the way it should be, right? Okay. So I'm going to hit print, and it's going to show me my print preview for this. So the first film I'm going to set up is going to be the glitter DTF film. So this is going to pop up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get on camera. You see it is mirrored here. I'm going to go ahead and stop screen sharing here, and I'm going to do the same thing with each one of the prints before we go ahead and do the next step, you guys, okay? So I'll meet you at my printer. All right, guys, here is my glitter DTF. I'm going to go ahead and where the sticker is, that is the print side. So I'm just going to go ahead and take one of these. Well, actually, it's not. This is the print side, I can tell. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and load it right here. No sticking it to anything, and I'm going to go ahead and hit printer. Hit the print on my printer. And we will see how this goes. It's going to take a minute, so I'm probably going to speed this up as soon as it goes through. Sorry, I had a update on this. I haven't used this in a while. So it's going to print fairly fast because of the settings, and that's okay with me. So I might not have to speed through this, you guys. All right. Okay, so as you can see there, I am going to have to change my settings. So that is a bust. Let me go ahead and pause here and readjust my settings and try this again. Okay, I reloaded the same paper, but I put the image on the opposite side. So when it prints, just disregard that image that had all the lines in between. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and hit print. The only setting I changed was the, instead of doing a standard print, I did high quality print. And I believe I kept it at, actually, photo semi-gloss. Let's hope this one turns out. Okay, so it's on the opposite side of the page. That's my fault. That's okay. This is just a sample page anyway. I was hoping to save a little bit of the page so I don't have to waste so much product, but it is what it is. We'll see if this one came out better. All right, here's the glow in the dark. I'm going to load this. Now this one is going to be the other image that has a little bit more white in it so we can see that. So 1 second, guys. Alright guys, here's the holographic. Wow, this one feels thicker. Very interesting. Okay, Load the camera. Load the printer. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit print. Whoa, not sure what happened there. Look at that. I think it's because it went in a little crooked, but the image still looks fine. Okay. All right, here's the gold. This is so interesting. You could definitely feel which is the print side. All right, let's make sure that loads right. And hit print on my computer. Alright, you guys, last one, the chameleon one. Let's hope this one doesn't act up on the printer because they keep going in kind of crooked. And I don't know if it's just because of the slipperiness of them or what, but make sure it's in there. Okay. Hit print on my printer. Alright guys, gotta get this powder on here real quick. Small image, but it's just for testing purposes, obviously. Make sure it's covered. It's hard to tell with this glitter film. Pour a little bit more on here. Oop, little too much. Okay. All right. Let's go to our next film. All right, here is the glow in the dark. Although this one, there are some little lines. I might have to do a inks maintenance because it shouldn't be doing this. And I don't know if it's just because of my settings. Oops. I don't know if it's because of my settings or what, but it's okay. All right. I'm just going to set these off to the side. Okay, so now the glow-in-the-dark one is to the side. Making sure I got everything. Man, some of these are... I'm just not on my game today, guys. All right. Okay. Now let's move on to the holographic. It's going to be the same image I just did. 1 second. I'm going to pause right here so I can hit print. Okay, look at all that right there. But at least I could cut that off. I think it's because the... when I loaded the printer, the page kind of went a little crooked, and I think that's why, but that's okay. Totally fine. Still salvageable. I'll cut that off later. Okay. All right, let's move on to the gold film. 1 second. All right, you guys, here's the gold. Man, this one almost feels like there's nothing on it. Let me try this again. I'm sure it's fine, but the perfectionist in me kind of wants to make sure that that I do it right. Okay, last one. Let's go do the chameleon. All right, you guys, here is the chameleon. Get this stuff on here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cure all of these, and then I will be back on camera for the next step, you guys. Okay, stay tuned. All right, guys, so here is the chameleon. Looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie, I had to play around with some of the settings, so until I do more testing, I just kind of fiddled with it when I knew the last print wasn't that great. So I kind of fiddled around with some of the settings. So I might have to do some more testing, but that's what the chameleon one looks like. Here is the gold. Similar to the chameleon, but it has a gold tone, right? Here is the side that you would see when we press it. This one actually looks pretty good. I don't like some of the little lines on there. Again, it could be the settings I used, or I just need to run a maintenance on my printer because I haven't used my small sublimation printer in quite some while. But okay, there's the gold. Here is the holographic. I don't know how the heck I stained my pages there. Okay, this one feels a little thicker than the normal DTF prints. I don't know if it's because of something special on this for it to have the holographic, but there it is right there. We'll see how this looks on a shirt once we get to the heat press, but there's a holographic. Here is the glow in the dark. I don't know, like it doesn't feel like this other area here did anything, and I'm sure it's because it has no color right in the white areas, but it should pick up, right? We'll see. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like DTF here at all. I don't know if it's supposed to lift up with the entire thing. I guess we'll see when we press it. But there's the glow in the dark. And of course, the glitter. There's the glitter. I don't really care how this looks on the page, if I'm being honest, but I guess we'll see once we press it as well. But there they all are cured. Let's go over to our heat press and we shall see on our little test patch here how all of these are going to look. So I'm going to go ahead and get my heat press ready. And then we're just going to do one at a time as we press on this little piece of remnant t-shirt. So I'll meet you at my heat press. Okay guys, while my heat press is coming up to temperature, I just want to kind of go over a couple of things here. Now this is going to be a cold peel. I did set my heat press to 302 degrees and I'm going to do it for 15 seconds. And it does tell me right here. So what I think I'm going to do is, rather than repress and repress, I'm going to do them all at once, and I am going to set them up in the order that they're listed here. And then once I do that, I'm going to let it cool down completely, and then we'll bring it back to my desk or my craft table and then do the cold peels and then reveal how those came out, and then I'll turn the camera around so we can discuss what I thought about these different DTF films. So stay tuned while this gets up to temperature and we'll move on to the next step, you guys. Just taking out moisture here, you guys, just for a couple of seconds. Want to make sure this doesn't slip off. Okay. Almost a temperature, guys. And I am going to put a Teflon sheet over this just because I want to make sure I don't have issues. I don't need to do that because I have a built-in Teflon sheet, but I did have an issue a while back. I don't want to have issues now. So now that I've just set these up, I'm going to wait for this to get up to temperature, and then I'm going to press it when it's ready to go. Almost there. Bear with me, guys. All right, guys, we're at temperature. I'm going to go ahead. They're all placed and ready to go. 302 for 15 seconds. Okay, let's go ahead and wait till these cool off, and then I'll meet you at my craft desk so we can do the reveal. All right, guys, these are cooled off, so I'm going to go ahead and just do it quick, peel it like a band-aid, and then we'll go over the results after. Okay. Here is the glitter. Doesn't look too bad. Now, I knew because of my settings that the skin tone wasn't going to be coming up nice and smooth. So I'm going to have to play around with my settings. Here is the glow in the dark. Now, as I suspected, it only did the colors and the white. There's nothing there. So I don't feel anything here. So I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Then here is the holographic. Same thing as the other one. I mean, can you tell? Like this picked up a little more color than this one did, but I don't know. I might have to just try it on a bigger image. It is what it is. I mean, I'll have to figure that out. Here is the gold. Very similar to the glitter, right? But has a gold sheen to it. And then down here, of course, is the chameleon. So, and that one had a roller mark that I didn't even notice. All right, so there you have it, you guys. I think we're going to have to do some more testing, obviously. The glitter one came out just as I expected. Looks pretty good. This glow-in-the-dark one, honestly, I think it's intended for actual DTF with the white background because I can feel it did not pick up any of that on here at all. And this white, there's nothing there, so I'm going to have to keep testing that out. This one is the holographic. If I get a picture of this with the flash like they specified, maybe I'll get to see what that looks like. But for now, I don't see anything out of the ordinary on that one. Of course, here is the gold. I actually do like that. I am probably going to try that with just a solid color or a word or something. But it doesn't look too terrible. And of course, this one down here is the Chameleon. It's very similar to the glitter. It just has a little more of a color shift to it than the glitter does. But all in all, I'm pretty good. These are the only two here. The glow in the dark and the holographic that I'm not 100% sure about. So I think maybe next week I'll do a deeper dive into just specifically these two. And I also want to test out a comparison with the sublimation printer and my inkjet printer, so stick around for that. But that is it, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, could you please hit the like button, and if you would consider subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a good week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.